Well, well, it's Sunday. It's 8 o'clock, and we're back. We're back on Arrakis. We're back streaming after a 2-week hiatus, but we're back again. Great to see everybody. Loads of people in chat. Let's see who was first today. First one was Whiptus1 saying hi all. Second was Game Lab saying I think that means hello all. And third was Dave Hogg saying evening Anger. Oh, Gamer Hobo with a $2 donation saying welcome back Anger. Thank you Hobo. Thank you very much. Great to be back. It's very much great to be back. Yeah, unfortunately my partner got taken into hospital 2 weeks ago. She was in hospital for just over a week. And is back out now. She's on the mend, so we're back. We're back at a situation where I can actually spend some time doing streaming. But yeah, we should be all good from now on. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Who do we have? So Dave Hogg said, "Evening Anger and my friends in chat. I'm looking forward to the adventure." Then we have Enog saying, good evening everyone. Don't forget to strike the like button very, very roughly. Okay. Dave says, just look and leave. No, don't just look and leave. A like costs nout. That's true. That is true. Thank you. Dan Irvin's here saying 6 likes already and still 30 minutes till game time. Hope everyone had a great weekend so far. 6 badges, bonsoir from Southwest France with the traditional red wine emoji. Good to see you, 6. Rex Havoc's here. Hello, everyone. DC Weston's here. Say hello, Anger and chat from Washington, DC. Kathy Ann is here. Hi, all, with some wavy hands. Bandy B saying evening chat, evening Anger. I hope we are all well. V Vega 30 says hello, Anger. Hello, everyone. Greetings from Hungary. Greetings from Scotland to you. Bulwark's here. Hello, Anger and friends. Good evening. Hope everyone is doing well. Seems like a long time since the last stream. Yeah, three weeks. With 2 weeks off. So 3 weeks since the last stream. John Betts here saying hello, Anger. Hello, all. Drifting with Jay. Good morning from down under. Anger in chat. Zeros is here saying evening, Anger and everyone in chat. Kane BG is here. Greetings. A lot of chatters already. Will this be another 40 minutes in the garage? No, it isn't, because we're in the bedroom. Hopefully it won't be 40 minutes in the bedroom either. Kenneth Brenner saying hello all. Dan Irvin says, what is the overstroke under on overheats while flying today? Fingers crossed there won't be any. Almost certainly there will be. Watching chat while boosting just doesn't work. Marky Dale Spark is here. Fit like everyone. Nae bad yourself, Marky. Good to see you. Then there's Gamer Hobo's chat. Dan Evers says, I ended up taking off my booster because I got into the habit of flying like your favourite YouTuber. Oh dear. And Hobo says, hi chat. Oh no, sending love. Thank you very much. Thank you. Audu Gaming, Swamp's here. Audu, the rumours of my demise are greatly exaggerated. They are indeed. Good to see you, Swamp. Marquis says, glad to hear Lady Anger is getting better. She is indeed. She is indeed. A hell of a lot better than she was 2 weeks ago, that's for sure. Glad you're on the mend. It's not me, it's my partner. I was okay, although I just had to look after myself for a week and then I had to look after her. Game Lab says, evening Anger, hope Mrs. Anger is better. It's not better, but she's on the mend. She's on the mend. She's still got quite a bit to go, but hey ho. Don't worry chat, I'm watching the chat this time. Good stuff. Right. Where were we? What did we do? It's so long ago I can't even remember what we did. What did we do? Oh, we did the glutton and the, what's the masquerade woman called? The paranoid or something like that? Did her quests. Then we got a message from Ari to say that she's located a Ixion Decoder that we need to decode the device that we found in the siege. and it's on the wreck of the Hephaestus, if that's how you pronounce it. So that's what we have to do. However, between the last time we saw each other and this time, I had to go and get some more jasmium and some aluminium to make some dura-aluminium to start working up our stocks. And I've managed to get 3 pieces. There's a cave down in the shoal where you get the jasmium, and I managed to get moisture sealer, which is, if I press that button, it shows it's 100.1 damage for that, compared to 69.6 of my current blade, the spark blade. So that's a much nicer dirk. And I've also got 2 pieces of the Sentinel armor set, which is the sort of next level up from the Carex set. So let me see, just take a quick look. The armor value of that piece is 375 for the chest piece, compared to 257 of the one we're wearing at the moment. The boots is 188 compared to 128. So that's 2 pieces, and that comes from Southern Comms, which is just this one, just here, down below us. So let's get them crafting for a start. So we need the weapons bench, which is this one. Oh no, that's not true. We have to learn these recipes first. We'll learn that. Learn that, learn that, and then we go to the fabricator, go to short blades, moisture sealer. It needs some dura-aluminium, spiced blade parts, yeah, diamondine dust needs 5 of them. Let's get that crafting, and then we need to go to the garment one, go to, I've turned all my aluminium ingots into dura-aluminium, so I don't have any aluminium ingots, so I can't make those 2 just yet. But go here. Let me take that. Replace that, so we're now got 101 damage. I will just chuck that in there for this now. And let me quickly pop. I think we've been to Southern Comms before, where we kind of sneaked it, but you kind of drop in from the top. Let's just that's it up there on the cliff. Boost, vulture, up we go. Make sure we don't overheat. Got a reputation to maintain, don't you know? Turn off the boost and come in just above the top of it here. And land. Right, let me gear up. And shield up. Right, so that room just down there, can't quite see the door, but just to the left down there is where we want to go to. So let's take you out. You also get a really nice sniper rifle. Are you chucking grenades? Oh yeah, you overshot dramatically. Where'd he go? There he is. Ow. We're down. Oh, I've got to reload. Somebody's shooting. Right, let me chuck a grenade right down the bottom of there. I killed somebody. And then take out you. There you go. Right. Then we run in here. Ooh, that's a filter extractor 4. That is a really cool blood extractor. Look at this. Let's see. You can use separate to pull pure water out of blood and divert it to the appropriate container. So as you remove the blood from the victim, shall we call it, it automatically puts some water into your water container. So it fills up your liter john as you extract water at the same time, as long as it's not full, of course. Cool. That's a nice find. That is a nice. What do I need to craft that? That's aluminium ingots, which I don't have any. Right, let's go back to base and drop that stuff off. I will have to farm some aluminium ingots. We could do that off camera. We don't have to do it today. Because apart from anything else, aluminium takes ages to turn from the... Oh, there's something else. Look, this massive base that was blocking. When I tried to expand this base, I couldn't because of that one behind me and that one in front of me. But since then, there's ones appeared at either side of it. But this one is disintegrating, and it's disintegrating more and more every day. The shields are down. It's been abandoned, and it's every time there's a sandstorm comes through, it destroys it a little bit more. There was the other day, there was like this one sloped piece here was missing, but there's huge chunks of it missing now. So hopefully that'll disappear very soon, and I might be able to move over into that slot, because that's actually the slot I would really like, and be able to expand out a bit. Right, let me go in here. Let me learn this. And then I'll drop everything else off. I need to heal up as well. Down we go. Have we got some stuff we need to disintegrate? A rapier, recycle that. Storage unit, we'll recycle that. And we will take... Hold E there, take all of that. Run downstairs. And we're going to do an awful lot of effing. F, 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 F. And that got rid of most... Oh, it did not get rid of... Where is... Is that it? Oh, where's the spice infused stuff go? Ingot. It goes in there. Why did it not go over? Then I've got one fuel cell that goes in the fuel cell chest. Let me just check. Oh, I've got enough aluminium ore to make 3 aluminium. That's not enough, so yeah, we'll definitely have to do some off-camera stuff. Let me go to heals, and let's just top up the heals. There we go, all topped up. Yeah, definitely want to make that blood extractor. That is a really good one. You can drink from your liter John and then refill it as you kill people. Okay, right. We don't have the armor pieces because we can't craft them yet, so we're going to head to the wreck of the Hephaestus. But before we do that, I'm going to catch up with chat and I'm going to take a little drink. Right, what have we got? So Game Lab says the paranoid. Yes, thank you. That's the second person we fought the last time. Bad Guy's here. Hello all. Good evening, Bad Guy. Good to see you. Rusty Gear says, hi Anger, nice water shipper office you have in your base. Thank you very much. People saying hello to Bad Guy. 12 Nichols says, hello Anger, glad things are working out health wise for you and your partner. Good to see you again. Cheers. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Bulwark says, base is looking good. Thank you. Owdog 1970 says, howdy. Good evening to you. Good afternoon. Game Lab says, I'm on a new phone. Now got to get used to it. Ooh, you got a new phone. What did you get? What did you get? Which is exactly what Bulwark asks in the next very question. Kane says, that base near you looks unpowered. Maybe base expansion will be possible soon. It will be. It will be, as we've just discussed, Kane. Yeah. Driftin says, nice. Howdo says, back in December, the Lady Swamp had a hip replacement. Although I spent 2 weeks cleaning, cooking and being a dog's body, Auramorph stopped my doing anything wrong. Good times. Nice to see you looking after your missus. That's what has to be done. Bulwark says, you need to carry a decalither, John. I could, but are they not like really heavy? That holds, a decalither, John, holds a lot of water in it. Game Lab says, a Galaxy S25 FE. I can actually read stuff better. Nice one. That's an S25. It's not an FE, I don't think. I think it's the standard S25 I have. Just got it the other week because I dropped my previous one and smashed the screen. Oops. Bulwark says, nice. It must be big as hell. But as long as it serves you well, indeed. Yep. Real help for me, though. Nice one, Game Labs. Good to see. Father Jack's here. Good to see you, Father Jack. For anybody who follows Father Jack's channels, he's had his own health issues of late, but he put up a couple of videos this weekend, so he's back able to make some videos again, which is good to see. Good to see you back on the road again, Father Jack. How do gaming, says Father Jack. Nuns. Don't know why he says that, but I guess that means something to somebody. GameLab says, have I tried the beta for Dune? I haven't tried the beta for Dune. Don't think there's much in it that I need to test. I'm really not particularly interested in the single player game. For all the time that people have been screaming to get Dune as a single player game, now that it's full PvE, I don't really care about having a single player game. I don't want to tweak any settings. The settings are perfectly fine as they are. You don't need to make it tweak anything. And we don't have the issue of PvP shipwrecks or deep desert anymore. So yeah, I don't really care about the single player. What might be handy with a single player is to be able to make if you can do an admin mode, so I can go and do build videos, because making a build video in Dune is a lot of work, because you have to actually go and get the materials you need to craft it and all the other stuff. Oh, I see Audu saying, have you ever seen Father Ted? Okay, I see the reference now. I get you. Thank you. But yeah, so no, I haven't played the beta, because I don't think there's much in it that I need to test. I am testing the beta for Conan right now, which is some interesting new update to the headhunting event coming soon. O-Dog says there's some interesting stuff on the test branch for Dune. Is there? Please let me know what we should be looking for. Yakko Rob's here. Hello. There's another injury. How's Yakko Rob? How's your shoulder? How are you getting on? Let's see. Dockel 560 saying hello. Hello to you. Sherilyn, hello. Good to see you. Hi Anger. Wonder how the LV Raiders are gonna do this season. Well, if it's anything like the last, however, God knows how many season, they'll probably do pretty badly. Yeah, I suppose we're getting closer to the NFL season kicking off as well, aren't we? Ian Og is here saying PMSL to Audu. Audu Gaming. Father Jack Hackett is scared of nuns, indeed. Drifting with Jay, Rex are no longer PvP zone. Nope. Quite a while ago now, they took all the PvP is 100% optional now. All the PvP zones on the Haga Basin, which were the old shipwrecks, are now PvE. There's no PvP on Haga Basin at all. And when you go to the deep desert, when you go to spawn into the deep desert, you get offered the choice of going to a 100% PvE deep desert or a 100% PvP deep desert. You get higher rewards, higher risk, higher rewards if you go PvP, but if you want to be totally safe in the deep desert all the way to the end of the deep desert, you can choose to go PvE. So I actually think it's better to play on a server, because apart from anything else, there will be an economy. As long as you're on a decent server that's got plenty of people on it, you can sell. You can get these recipes, these schematics, and you can sell them to other players and earn lots of money. So on this one here, I've got 251,000 because I haven't sold anything on the market, but because it's not a particularly, or well, I suppose it's maybe more popular now when the consolidated servers. But on my other account that I play, I've got 3-point-something million Solari. You can sell a whole bunch of stuff, and Hobo and Bulwark will all tell you about the advantages of being able to sell stuff on the exchange. Whereas if you're playing single player, you can't do that. And then you've always got the hardest boss in the game, in any game, is the admin mode. And going into admin mode, very dangerous. Very dangerous. And it spoils the game. What you need to do is you need to play the game as it's meant to be played first. And then once you've played that and got some hours in it, then you can choose what you need to tweak if you need to tweak it. And but I would highly recommend anybody playing the game for the first time, play it on an official server. Play it on an official server. It's better. And it's safe. It's 100% safe. And it's always been safe. When it was PvP, I had not a single PvP issue ever playing this game on 4 different playthroughs that I've played it on now. But now it's 100% PvE, so you're definitely not going to have any issues. There we go. Rant mode off. Where did we get to? Game Lab says, yeah, I was just curious. My stuff will be on servers too. Good. Good, Game Labs. I like to hear that. Just choose. You probably don't want to choose a too busy of a world server. Obviously, it's going to be hard to tell when you first start the game on launch day. But if it's too busy, it'll be difficult to find spaces to build. But if it's too quiet, you won't have people to sell stuff and buy stuff from. So you kind of want to get a happy medium. You want to be busy, but not too busy. But yeah, it's going to be hard to tell. But you can always move. You've got the base moval tool that if you don't like where you are, if it's not busy enough or it's too busy, you can pack up your whole base in your base tool and move to another server. Which is something new that they added as well. Let me see. O-Dog says they have removed the requirement for spice in some of the base structures. They're not as much of a grind. Okay, so that's a very end game thing then. Let's see. The game on official server runs well, and even in Conan, I can play. I can't. Oh, you can't play on single player anymore. Carolyn says, hi, I used to work in a hospital ran by nuns. They scared the crap out of me. Bourbon86X is here. Oh, it's scrolling off the top of the screen. Good afternoon, Bourbon. Good to see you. O-Dog says they removed the requirement of spice. Okay, I've read that one. Away. Yakurob says, I'm waiting for workers' comp to approve surgery. I have to have a shoulder replacement. Ouch. Wow. You're waiting for work. Okay, so like an insurance thing. Okay, I see. Well, hopefully that happens soon then. Get you back on the mend again. O-Dog also says they've added some tasks to guide you to the class trainers, including where Derek is encountered next. That Derek one will be a handy one, because look at all the people hovering about. Look at all the people. These are actual people hovering about. Yeah, finding Derek, because once you've done your first planetologist quest with Derek at his base, you then have to find him at the entrances to testing stations. So knowing which testing station he's going to be will be really handy, without having to look it up or just randomly stumble upon him one day. Ziki says, "What's up? Hey, good to see you. How are you?" Bulwark says, hope everything goes well for you, Yakurob. Indeed. Major Dan's here. Is everyone having health issues? Just getting back in shape after a minor heart attack 3 weeks ago, but otherwise healthy as an ox. Ugly like one too. Good to see you, Dan. Good to hear you're on the mend too. What a bunch we are, eh? What a bunch we are. Father Jack says, off to have some rest. Enjoy the rest of your stream, young man. Thank you very much, Father Jack, just for calling me a young man. That's very nice of you. Drifting with Jay says, interesting, thanks Anger, just transfer to start again in June. Ah, okay. Yeah, so it's quite a bit different from before. Bulldog says, oh dang, hope you get well, Major Dan. That's rough, I feel sorry. Swamp says, NFL equals rugby for those who are scared of getting hurt. Okay. Okay. Dog says the market has stuff for sale in single player. Not sure how it decides what will What? The market has stuff for sale in single player. Not sure how it decides what will be available though. How the hell does that work? Dan Irvin says I'm going to get a ablation on some nerves causing me a bunch of back pain this week. Oh my god. We're all falling apart. Is anybody here healthy? Where do we get to? Major Dan says, hi Bull, turns out it was a good thing. A couple of blocked arteries, they cleared them out and I'm actually stronger than before. That's good to hear. Nice one. O-Dog says, PvP was mainly an issue for spice mining in deep desert. That has pretty dependent on how busy the server was at the time. True. Early days it was very, very toxic. Kathy Ann says, sorry to hear so many are having health issues. Sending you big hugs and positive vibes. Nice one, Kathy Ann. Gamer Hobo says, I agree. Unless you have a shoddy internet, I don't see point of single player. Official server are total fun, just for PvE, no forced PvP. Indeed. Major Dan says, hi Kathy. How's the third book coming on? And Outdog says, Kathy, looking after everyone as usual. Yes. Starter quests have been adjusted. Now you move your base instead of abandoning your first base. Ah, because they've got the move tool now, so you don't have to abandon your first base. That's an interesting one. Kathy Ann says, Major, loving writing, so many ideas to fit in. I'm constantly resorting the manuscript. GameLab says, well, it was fun the other weekend, starting and finishing the weekend. Glad you're back. Thank you, GameLabs. Kathy Ann says, just my nature. Bulwark says, Major Dan, I'm glad to hear that, but I wouldn't want to experience that anytime soon, or never, if possible. Indeed. Do you think they are hovering as they're talking or reading a chat too? Quite possibly. Some of the times, one of the things that introduced was when you try to go into one of these regions. It used to, you just went in, and if there was a sandstorm on, you were stuck in it. But now, as you try to go into these bits, it tells you that there's a sandstorm. So quite often you'll be people hanging about because there's a sandstorm, but these people have been here in so many bits for so long that they're maybe AFK doing stuff. Where did we get to? Major Dan says, I'm with you, Bull. It was not a fun time, but it's over now and all to the good. Excellent. Sherilyn says, I think we're all in the same generation and feeling it. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Dave Hogg says, NFL football is more of a throw and carry ball. Yeah, I don't know why it's called football. And when you basically very rarely kick the ball at all. I mean, the kicker will kick it for the point after and for kickoff, but it's a throw and carry ball, throw, catch and carry ball. Casey Carrick says, talk about falling apart. My mouse just broke. Oh my god, we're affecting hardware now. GameLabs says, for all those who are unwell at this time, I wish you all a speedy recovery. Nice one, GameLabs. O-Dog says, they did a lot of stuff to simulate the multiplayer elements. Even the Landsrat will have simulated votes. Oh, wow. Interesting. I wonder how they're going to work that out. Also says, imagine the single player is mostly for the consoles. Don't you have to pay to play multiplayer on PS5 and Xbox? I would say that in this day and age, if you don't have the online components of Xbox or PS5, your console is going to be pretty much useless. So I think almost everybody, when I had my PlayStation 3 back in the day, you didn't pay for playing online on the PlayStation, but you do now, and you have to on Xbox too. Where can I get your hard copy of your books? Signed if possible, says Swamp to Cathy. The RGL, what's it? RGL Dragneel Archive. Can't wait for console release. Been watching your series for a while, and it's on my way to engage with the game until September. It's not going to be long now. Yeah, it's just over a month. Just over a month. What, 5 weeks or something like that, until it's out on console. They are not available in hardback as it would be too expensive for the reader. I will sort out some nameplates and will send you a signed one freely. You can stick them into your book. Nice one. Right. So, back in the day when I first did this quest, the wreck of the Hephaestus was, if I can even find it, that's testing stations, was one of the few things to be on. There it is. There was Arakeen, Arco Village, the Deep Desert, and Haga Basin, and then this wreck of the Hephaestus popped up when you did this quest. And there was nothing else on the overworld map. There is now all these different locations, of which some of them are... yeah, that was the last one to be added, the Wind Pass. These other ones were added a while ago, and there's all these testing stations. That's the newest one there. There's loads of stuff being added to this map now that... And there'll be other stuff will get added as we progress the story. But it used to be, there was the two cities, there was the Deep Desert up in the north, and there was the Haga Basin. And then this was the first thing you went to. Now there's heaps of stuff. So we'll track that. It gives you the little arrow around your Ornithopter. And off we shall go. I think it's... If you have PlayStation Plus, then you can play online. There are some... Oh, no, I don't want to go into Smuggler's Run. There are some games that you can play on the PlayStation that are... There it is, Wreck of the Hephaestus, that are completely free to play online. Things like Fortnite and free games that I can't think. Maybe Minecraft? Can't remember. A few games like Roblox, these kind of kids games that you play online. The free games are free to play online, but I think you need PlayStation Plus to play pretty much anything else. And of course you've got Xbox Game Pass stuff to do that as well. Odog says the only console I really played online was Red Dead Redemption, the first one. Gladly are using the overland map more now. Yes indeed. So let's go into here. Bomb says, I've spent 25 years walking 12 plus miles a day carrying heavy weights. What doesn't hurt now? Wow. 12 plus miles a day. Oofed. That's mental. This is hard copy, not hardback. My daughter loves a hard copy books. Overwatch. Maybe Overwatch. I'm not sure, Bulwark. One of the grandkids got a PlayStation at Christmas, and I know that they don't have the PlayStation Plus, and they can play Roblox and Fortnite and these kind of games without loss. One of the cool cutscenes. Nasco says, hello Anger and chat, hope you're doing well. Yes, thank you very much, welcome in, good to see you. Bodog says, I swear entering Arakeen and single player was faster. Was worried it would be really slow. Game Lab says, I will be doing a playthrough vid series and a stream series for June, and yeah, I don't do Fortnite, don't do PvP, lol. David's here, good evening David, how are you? How do you? Says, Anger, I'm now on my third lap of the planet. Good effort, good effort. Skoski 5860, hey there bud, what part of Scotland are you from? I'm from Aberdeen in the northeast of Scotland. You have grandkids? I have 5 grandkids, yes.
It seems this poor bastard
hard to
has
believe,
a
I know.
needle lodged in his throat. Nothing to be done about it, of course, unless you're a sick doctor, which I'm fairly certain you are not.
So, anybody who's watched our Dune series will know who this guy is. At the moment, we don't know who he is, so he's just called a dashing nobleman. You're right, I'm no souk doctor.
Yes, quite the opposite, in fact. You have the look of a degenerate killer about you. A happy development, as
degenerate killer.
It just so happens I'm in need of a degenerate
Foreshadowing.
killer.
Oh, you're in Northfield. Oh, nice one. Let's see. Happy development there. I was so happy. I need to be a degenerate killer. That becomes back in chapter 3. Let's see, I take no pleasure in killing. I have other things to do. Not interested. I have my own mission here. I do kill a lot of people now that you mention it. I'm not interested.
Don't be modest. We haven't the time. The smoke from this wreckage is already visible across 3 sectors. By sunset, this wreck will be crawling with scavengers of every stripe, out from their hidey holes to pick the bones clean. You and I must complete our rescue before that swarm arrives.
Game Labs recognise him. He says, ah yes, that guy. Maybe he's psychic, lol. RGL says, you only sound like you're in your 30s, maybe 40s. Yep, keep going, keep going. Rescue? Who are we saving?
While the ship released a brief distress call in the minutes before impact, there was a second, discreet call on an encrypted frequency. A frequency reserved for the Regis Familia, which puts me in a bit of a bind. I'm highborn, and while I was merely passing through, I am honor-bound to investigate any distress call transmitted on a noble frequency.
Drifton thought the same as RGL. David says 21. Yep, 21 with tax. Right, so that sounds like trouble to me, or the bondsman response of, I don't like to get involved in highborn issues. That sounds like trouble.
I don't expect you to understand, gutterborn as you surely are. But understand this. As the sole ranking imperial subject of the First Order, I am fully empowered to compel your assistance on this mission. You will help me find and extricate the highborn passenger behind the distress call. Unless you question my authority, in which case you might find some metal lodged in your throat.
I don't like being threatened, and I don't have time. I have my own mission here.
Normally I'd kill you for the insult, but since I need your assistance, I help you find what you need, and you help me save the highborn.
That's got to be fair. I'm looking for an Ixion Decoder.
Well, luckily for you, we're on a cargo ship positively laden with advanced technological wonders.
Does this every now and again, where instead of automatically going on, you have to actually click next.
We'll find your decoder and my highborn and abscond with our spoils before the rabble of the desert shows up. Deal?
Deal.
Excellent. Our first order of business is to gain access to the hold. This helpful fellow suggested our distress call might have originated there. It's not unheard of for highborns to travel incognito using old cargo containers, usually refurbished with luxury appointments. The ship's hold will most assuredly be protected by a pentashield. The Ixions are randy for security. You will need to find a key. I will endeavor to locate the cargo manifest so that we may ascertain exactly which container we are looking for, and that thing you want, of course. I'll stay in contact over the net. Kill anything that moves.
Okay. Goodbye. Okay, right, where do we get to? Let's see, Swamp says, come on mate, let's face it, though all our old gamer days throughout the decades, we've all been degenerate killers at some point. 100%, but it's just that degenerate killer, that comes up again in Chapter 3. Comes an important thing, Chapter 3. And I didn't know that, because that whole thing that when you play this part, you don't know what's coming up in the future, so playing it again, you go, oh, interesting. Yakarob says, since I fell at work and I work for the state, workers' compensation has to approve each step. Oh dear. Shkosky says, you playing single player? No, this is, because at the moment there isn't such a thing as single player. This is an official server. Would be fun to rent a server and have some settings to change lols. I got almost 400 hours so far. Yeah, as we were saying earlier on, I don't think there's anything we really need to change. It's not that grindy, and I wouldn't want to change the level of difficulty of the mobs. Yakarob says, Kathian, are your books on Amazon? Mark Santos is here. Hello, Anger. Hello, chat. Happy Sunday. Hope you have an awesome day. Just dropping in to say hi. Cheers, Mark. GameLab says, let's be honest, you're only as young or as old as you feel. I'm 41 this September. Feels more like 10 years more than that. That's because of that discussion we were having last night, Game Labs, where you were watching Stingray back in the 60s. Major Dan says, Game Labs, there's an old saying that you're only as old as the woman you feel. Yes, indeed. Kathy Ann says, Yakarob, they are on Amazon. Audu says, Major Dan, that makes me 11 years older than I am. That would make me older than I am as well, Audu. You can still play single player in the test version. So yes, the test version is out at the moment with the new single player available to you, but this is on an official server. Kathy Ann says, Rob is in trouble. My head says I'm 19, my birth certificate says 47, and my body says 97. Major Dan says, I do. There's also one that goes in praise of older women. There you go. Marilyn says, I have Mrs. Kathy's book on Kindle. There you go. Excellent. Right, so find a way into the cargo bay. We've got... Let me see if I can remember this place. There's doors that you have to cut open. That's not one of them. Down here. You have to cut past that, so we're going to need our cutter ray. Like so. Okay. Nothing in here apart from these chests. Take that, put some of that. Okay, so that was a mistake. So it's not this way. Aha, you cut past this door. Scan it. Oh, over here as well. Cut through the hinges. I do like that. That's a good thing. You have to cut your way through the hinges.
You're going to have to engage and secure the hold. An easy bit of murder for a killer like you. The Suboids are but brain-addled laborers with no aptitude for combat, and they are light sensitive.
Okay. RJL says, my entire body hurts, bad back, right knee is effed too, and I'm only 27. Oh dear. Outdoor says, I've started taking a basic cutter ray with me for those bits in the quests, less material picked up and no wear and tear on the main cutter ray. For my high-end game, I do exactly the same thing. This one's not, I don't have a particularly great cutter ray, it's just a Mark IV, so I'm not that bothered about it. We will be changing that out. I think I've already got Tarl's cutter ray. What have they got on them? Tarl's cutter ray schematic. I just haven't made it yet. There's one in a... Shield up, you're down. Okay. Reload. There's the penta shield that we have to open. Just finishing the 4th Wing series. I should get started on your book in about a week. I'm sure I'll love it. Audio says, I'm 20 in mind but 43 in body. GameLab says, if you only read one book, I recommend book 2 and book 3 will follow when it's ready. Surely you have to read book 1 first. Right, so we need... Oh, it's a retina scan. That's right. That is right. Right, which... There we go. We've got to cut our way into here. Cut that open. Cut that open. And it flew away. Right, there's somebody there.
What are you doing? The Suboids are gonna kill us all!
Sherilyn says, I'm 43 with 20 years experience. Major Dan just turned 69 in years and 19 in maturity. Yakarob 63 in November. Bandy B 54. O-Dog 56. Well, Bandy B said 53 first, and I went, oh crap, no, 54. Let's see, what are you doing? The suboids are going to kill us. Tell me who you are, or it won't be the suboids that kill you.
I'm just crew. My name is Suf Rondi. This is my 3rd voyage on the Hephaestus.
How do I get into the cargo hold?
There's an eye scanner attached to the pentashield. If you've got authorization, it unlocks the pentashield.
Do you have authorization?
Well, yes, No, I'm not going out there. Besides, if you kill the Suboys in here, the others will be trapped on the other side.
I need to get into the cargo hold. Is there another way? Or you can either come with me to the door, or your eye can come without you.
No, you wouldn't! Leave me alone!
So in my Harkonnen playthrough, being Harkonnen, I was a nice guy, and I left him alone and went got an eye from a corpse elsewhere. But because we're Atreides in this playthrough, the baddies, I'm removing his eye. Hobo told me to do it. Goodness, you could be any age here where I'm AI apparently. There we go. We've got his eye.
Messy business removing an eye. Of course, Chom makes a little vacuumy tool to perfectly pop one out while simultaneously cauterizing the hole. I've been meaning to get one, but somehow without the knife, it feels like the fun would be lost. And I'm glad I was right about you, my degenerate killer.
Degenerate killer again. Swamp says, I think Anger UK has found his demographic. Old people who are still young in mind. Best way to be, in my opinion. 100%. Old people, no, older people, young in mind, who like playing computer games. What a combination. Right, so we now have the guy's eye. We can open this door up now. Bulwark is saying, dang, I'm almost the youngest here at 40. Wish you all long life. Cheers, Bulwark. Game Lab says, that's almost an Arnie quote. Come with me if you want to live. Come with me if you don't want to have your eye cut out. Survive the Suboid assault until the nobleman powers up the cargo bay. Ah, okay. Right. There's a good place to survive the assault from. Oh, that's a spawner up there. That's a spawner there. This is maybe not a good place to stand. That doesn't reload quick enough. Get off me.
I'm in the ship's power center. Emergency power is holding. Perhaps I can relay power to the lights in the cargo area.
This looks better.
Try not to die until I solve this bit of technical tomfoolery.
Okay. You. Must be somebody else somewhere. Where are you? Oh, there's one. There's one. You. Got this half-decent sniper rifle, so it's going to do the job. Not as good as the one I can get from Southern Comms once it eventually drops. No, there must be somebody else. Ah, up there. Oh, you've got a shield on though. Can I full shot you? again.
doing something.
Is he powered up? Nope, there's another wave. Down you go. There's somebody else over that door. I missed him.
That was the engines.
Engines. Or water. Somebody else up there. There is indeed another guy with a shield. Oh, hello. Take you out.
Almost have it.
Take all that. Oh, I filled up. I should have filled up my liter John instead. There's some more. Down you go.
Almost have it.
Almost. Stay on target. Catch up with chat once we've got through this bit. You take that. You. Something at me there. Come on. You, it's chucking that stuff at me. Surely not. Ah. Must be. Reload.
And on the seventh day, the Nar Baron said, "Let there be light." That was
He's done it.
taxing. Now, you're going to have to
Right,
locate
where
the
are we?
mechanism to move the containers around.
You have much enthusiasm for Lee and Neil Game Labs. Thanks for introducing me to her, says Drifting. By the way, he says, thanks, Bull, but clearly not. We're all old. Audu says, like me, Aud man, 82 strong, and my old man, 82 strong as an ox, and still working at 82. Woofed. RGL says, I'm probably the youngest at 27. Seems to be. Audu Gaming says, play computer games. Bulwark, most likely a shotgun should work good for this mission. Ian Og Gaming says, I'll be 65 in October. Think I spelt that right? Cataracts. 65 spelt right, October's spelt right. Yep, all good, Ian. Yes, I think you spelt the cataracts right. Says Audu. Bulwark says, here laser treatment works good for that. My grandmother had her cataracts removed when she was in her 80s, now 91 and going strong. Excellent. GameLad says, well, I see if I'm a true trades bad guy or a noble. We'll see. We'll see. Audu says, yeah. So, don't go. Well, yeah. Pretty much all Lanzarats are won by their tradies these days. So if you want to be a part of the winning team, you should go Atreides. But Conans are just so much cooler. Still haven't bought this game. Is the Ultimate Edition worth it? Should I just get the standard? So I can't remember. There's 3 versions. The basic version, and then there's 2 versions that give you all the first 4 DLCs and maybe some skins, and then there's I think the Ultimate Edition, which gives you some more stuff. So I would definitely recommend getting the version that has the DLC quests in it. They are pretty good. That's the blue thing we need to go to. Find the container cargo bay. We interact with the crane because there's a big cargo container blocking the door. We'll interact with that.
I will, for the most part, admit the Ixion technology is reliable.
And it moves out of the way. Okay, alright, I'll have a quick scoot around the room and see if there's anything worth looting. That's where we came in. Nothing here. There's a chest there, we'll take that. Scrap metal, nothing there. That's the water. We've done that one.
So, you're looking for an Ixion Decoder on an Ixion shipwreck, which makes sense. But what I'm curious about is what you want to decode. Don't worry. Like most things, the mystery of your purpose here is probably beneath my notice. Still, I have to wonder who tipped you off about this shipwreck, and how you got here so fast. Don't worry, though. We can have a thorough discussion about it after we've rescued the princess and salvaged your Ixion Decoder.
Okay. Let's see. PG Ben says, Sherilyn, just about everyone that has the game in chat has at least hundreds of hours in the game. Game Lab says, I got the deluxe edition with the deluxe edition, that's the one. So that's the sort of middle one that gives you the 4 DLCs. And then there's the ultimate one that gives you like the soundtrack and some extra other bits and bobs. Bulwark says, you've got to try Steam and reading the descriptions for the DLC and maybe the comments. Sherilyn says, I don't know why I haven't bought it. I have so many unplayed games, it's ridiculous. That's the thing. Too much games and not enough time. Dave Hogg says, back from making a brew, how many bodies have you scored while I was away? A couple. And then the O-Dog says, I admit I bounced off this game the first few times, but one of the free weekends I got into it and finally bought it. And Yakarov says, Kathy Ann, how do I find your books on Amazon? No luck so far. RGL says, I'm getting the Ultimate on Xbox for my Xbox Series S. I'm probably going to be playing single player. Fair enough. Right, that is radiation in there. I seem to remember that when I played this first time, you don't need a radiation suit for it, but I happen to have one. So I'm going to put it on. There's a cutaway door. I need to heal up as well. It's in here. More water. Let's fill up my liter, John. And nothing very exciting. Here. Feeling this isn't actually. Oh. Boom. Down you go. Oh, didn't take you down. That did though. You got anything on you? Just blade parts. Take all of that. Find the container cargo bay. Okay.
Oh, the layout of this frigate is maddening.
What you?
We're looking for container HH40236.
Is it this one? Do they have numbers on them? Can you actually tell? I don't see any numbers. I'll open the hinges. And the door opens. Oh, and Suboy comes out. And there's nothing in there. Oh, I've got the wrong weapon. Run out. Parry. Kill them. Right, try to go this way. This one? Open this one up. Oh, the doors. Oh, it didn't fall that. Ah, here we go.
Describe what you see. Leave nothing out. And a Communinet console set to an Atreides frequency.
Atreides. Ugh. Describe the Orange Catholic Bible.
An Orange Catholic Bible. What's that passage again? Beware the seeds you sow and the crops you reap. Do not curse God for the punishment you inflict upon yourself.
And describe the Bene Gesserit sister garment.
That's Bene Gesserit garb. So our trapped noble was a Bene Gesserit. Looking at the system files, it seems the remaining Ixions and our Bene Gesserit noble have barricaded themselves in the bridge. Oh, and there's a mass of Suboids trying to get in. We had better hurry. I'll meet you there.
Right.
I must admit something to you. I'm afraid I haven't been entirely candid about our mission. Neither my presence here nor the identity of our rescue subject are as random as I might have first let on. A Bene Gesserit sister, a noble with highly placed Atreides contacts, returning in secret from Warlock 9, home of the Bene Gesserit Mother School. I do believe my errant princess has come home at last.
That was a false. Right, you can't go that way. This way. This way. Have we got anything? Let's see. Where did I get to? So Kathian says type in CA Manix and Amazon. That should take you straight there. Yakarov gives the thumbs up. Swamp says me, old man's 82-year-old, a taxi driver. If you need help, he's built different. Hope I'll be the same. 100%. Still working at 82. Oofed. Game Lab says, I'll be honest, Conan will always be my favourite game, but it'll be nice to play and make content for a new game. Indeed. I do love this game. Put a shield on. And I would like it if they took some of the elements. They've obviously taken some of the elements of Conan into this. I would like it if they took some of the mission elements and put it back into Conan, and changed the way the building work in Conan to have the same building as they have in Dune, because the building system in Dune is much better than Conan. Conan's pretty good, but this is much better. Your Mandem has arrived. Good to see you, sir. How are you? Nice. Right, we'll have to cut our way in here. Cut open the hinges. Oh, it's outside. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Find your way to the bridge section, yes. Which way is it? This way? Look at this, it's stunning. Oh, it didn't get in time. Take you out as well. Reload. I'm still using Zal's companion. Need a better assault rifle as well. Look at that. Drink this. Climb up here. That rope's giving you a bit of a clue. Come on, get up. Oh, don't fall down, don't fall down. Where'd the guy with the shield go? Oh, he's a way down. Okay, that's fine. Reload that. Reload that. Ah, you've appeared. Do I have my... I don't have my armour on, you're right. Put that on. Put... Right, this is all out of sync. That like that. That there. That there. That's the proper armour. That's better. Another chest. Thank you. Who's that? Carlos, thank you very much. Oh, he just put his shield up. Reload. Come on. There we go. There we go. Reload. Okay, all good. Mab says, it still makes me laugh when an enemy shouts, "Who's there?" and Anger says, "It's me!" Game of Obo says, I've been working on my fitness for a couple of months. I bought volume 1 of the Marvel Conan Omnibus. I'm down £20 reward, sitting unopened in Amazon box, £6 to go. Excellent. I saw that post that you were putting on your YouTube. Right, this is the bridge section. Go out of the storm. Another chest. Take. Oh, some iodine pills to help reduce radiation. Checkpoint reach. Find your way to the bridge section. We've done that. Got to get jumped. Oh. No, do I not have a light with me? I do. What's 0? There we go. Oh, that's bright. The new improved light, personal light. Follows where your camera goes instead of your body. Find your way to the bridge section. This way. Cutscene.
We need officer clearance to access the bridge. Fortunately, the captain decided to remain with the ship. He wasn't using it anymore.
Ooh.
There are more in here than I expected. More than should reasonably fit, in fact. Well, that's not a positive development. Try to switch the lights on.
Switch the lights. Find your way to the bridge. Switch off the emergency override. So that's over here. Oh, yes, you have to cut your way into it as well. And switch off.
Oh, these fight with unexpected ferocity.
Yeah. A better gun would be better, like a shotgun, scatter gun would be better for this level. 31 meters that way. Oh yeah, it's down here. So radiation again. Grab that. So we're in the radiation. You can see the little radiation marker in the bottom corner. Nope, I'm in the wrong place. I'm at 9 meters this way. Ah, there it is. So as long as that red line doesn't go all the way around that radiation marker, I'll be okay. Do that. Drink. Then get out of the radiation.
Now.
Oh, he's got a shield. Quick heal. Quick heal. That's it, just those two. Restart the power nacelles. Reload my weapon. Over here. Damla Errol, thank you for the sub. Over here, around here, down here. And restart the power nacelle. wave again.
Feel free to join in.
I am. Okay, so now we can turn on the auxiliary power to support the noble. We're here. Turn on the power. Okay.
Plenty to go around.
Reload, reload. Oh, they've both got. Oh. Take you out. Level up. Yeah. There we go. Oh, he staggered out the way. Just do that. Which way is it? That way. Boom, 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 boom.
Hail
Cutscene.
the conquering hero. Hello? It's safe to come out now. The enemy is vanquished. For day one. Well then, when one sends out a distress call, the least one could do is stay around to be rescued.
Search for an Ixion Decoder. Oh, use the right buttons though. Let's see. Game Lab says, on Conan you're an exile, in Dune you're an off-worlder. So that's what's on the other side of the green wall, the prisoner ship to Arrakis. Lol. Possibly, possibly. Okay, so it's telling us it's up this way. Take pop up of our water. We'll take all that stuff out of there. There's Captain's chair. There's a captain that had his eye removed. We're looking for... Ah, there it is, on the table.
Well, she's clearly not here. My sources were either wrong or just unreliable. Though the distress signal was real enough, apparently my princess.
Oh, the Galasian girls will do it for pearls, and the air keen for water. But if you desire dames like consuming flames, try a Caledonian daughter.
Gurney Halleck.
Do I have the honor of addressing Fade Rotha? I was watching you on the Trans-Eye, boy. When the Suboids ran wild, we suspected Harkonnen interference. So I laid a little trap of my own.
Where is the girl?
Oh, you fool. The ship was carrying a different cargo. She was never even here. And she doesn't belong to you.
The betrothal remains, Halleck. A signed and sealed agreement. Or do the Atreides no longer keep their word?
Oh, to the letter, Harkonnen. But unlike my Lord Duke, I've seen the slave pits of Gady Prime. Atreides don't sell Atreides.
You'd stand against the will of the Sisterhood?
I won't need to. No groom, no wedding. I have triggered the explosives that I attached to the fuel chambers of the ship. You have moments to live. Goodbye.
Damn you.
The storm outside must be interfering with the detonation signal, which buys us time to escape.
Maybe not.
Not much time.
Can you hear me? Hello? The wreck is not safe. Gurney Halleck has laid a trap. He's going to blow it up. Get out of there.
Another time then, my degenerate killer.
Really pushing that degenerate killer. Right, so we've got 55 seconds to get out of here. Which way is it? This way. There's not a door. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Run, run, run. Keep going, keep going. Haven't got time for you, Suboids. There we go. He didn't look anything like Jean-Luc Picard now. Hayek. Yeah, so we got well, our mission there was successful, but the mission to rescue the princess obviously wasn't. It was a trap. Right, I guess we need to go back to Harco Village, or is it Arakeen? Is it Arakeen we need to go to? Ooh, there's Harco Village there. I think it'll be Arakeen. Track location, so it's up in the northeast. Up we go. Hey, Confused Barbarians here. Evening, Troy. Good to see you. Is it Sunday already? It sure is. It sure is. Although it's been 3 weeks since we had our last stream together. PG Ben says, Game Labs, does that mean I can bring my bear to Arrakis? Use the bear as a thumper, says Bulwark. Don't know, maybe, says Game Labs. And Odog says, it's a fun name that they don't have to worry about the name you gave your character. That's true, but it's also a name that comes up in Chapter 3. Game Lab says, my character will be Lexi, because all his characters are Lexi. I wonder if they'll give you, because before they released the game on PC, they gave us, about a month beforehand, they gave us the character creation tool. So you could go into, spend your time creating your characters, and you could save your character, that you could then import into the game. You could load up the character in the game when it actually launched. And when you did that, you got a skin for your knife. Reach your base or a city. Well, this is a city. Let me get out of my fighting armor.
Are you there?
There we go.
Did you make it out? Cool, Wahad. I swear, Gurney is going to go too far one day. My father will have to bring him to heel. My father... I should have mentioned who he was. Duke Leto Atreides, the Red Duke. Wait, you're not Harkonnen, are you? Actually, don't tell me. It doesn't matter. Let's just focus on decoding this film. I can't meet you right now. My parents, mostly my mother, are watching me very closely. They weren't impressed by my brush with the Masquerade. Keep the decoder safe, and I'll meet you as soon as I can. And keep your net open. And stay away from strangers. Gurney always says you can judge a person by the company they keep.
Okay. So I went to the wrong
Hello,
city.
kitten. Did you miss me?
Oh,
Fenring has sent me some new names. Come and see me in Harco Village and we can discuss the details. See you soon.
okay. So we're on pause for the decoding one with Ari. So we actually need to go and speak to Ilara in Arco Village. That was my... Oh, and we got Fade's Takedown Blade. Which... Nice looking blade, but it's only got 53.3 damage, whereas our one has got 100, so... Not much use. So I think what we'll do... is we'll head to Harco Village. PG Ben says, I saw a video where someone was talking about what they wanted for the game. His wish was that there were 20 to 40 overland labs. I think that's a little too much. You know what? Over time, when you consider how much has been added into the game, we talked about that a bit earlier, where there used to be these 4 things, and that was all that was on the overland map. Then they added... But then you started getting the story-related locations that we will slowly unlock, and that was the first one. But now they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 locations for Lanzarat missions. There's a whole bunch of... Each one has got like 5 Lanzarat missions to do. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 overland testing stations that's been added. So that's in a year. So... Over time, there will be plenty of stuff get added. And of course, in Chapter 4, I believe, we're supposed to be going to the poles. So that might be a different... Oh, that'll just probably be an overland map location, but it's going to take you to a different map that's going to be similar to the Haga Basin. Apparently. Right, where do I want to go? I want to go to Harco, which is down this way. And, well, Joel's meant to have like a 10-year plan for this game, so we'll see what happens. Game Lab says, yes, she's the face of my channel. It's Lexi we're talking about. There's Harco Village. There. Carlo says, are those unique weapons tradable, possibly to give one to an alt? The weapons, like the Fade weapon that we just got, I'm not sure. The problem, no, the problem is that you can't have 2 characters on the same world server. If you can have as many characters you want, but each one has to be on an individual server. You can't have more than one on the same server. So you wouldn't be able to trade it to an alt because they would be on a different server. But you could probably trade them to another player. A guildmate or something. PG Ben says Overland Labs specifically. Yeah, I'm sure more will get added over time. They've added the first 5. When was that? Was that Chapter 2? And then they've added another one since, or was it Chapter 3? I can't remember. I don't think anything isn't tradable. You can put it in a chest and give someone permission to loot the chest. Yeah, so nothing says like it's bound or whatever. So yeah, you probably could give it away. You just wouldn't be able to give it away to an alt because they would be on a different server. And you can't communicate across different servers. Each world server has 40 Siege server, so 40 copies of the Haga Basin in it, but you can only have 1 character per world server. RB says, real life is calling. Hope all goes hunky-dory with other half. I have felt the worry recently myself. Peace and interesting times to you both. Thank you very much, Bandy B. Very much appreciated. Quest items can't be moved to a chest. That's not a quest item, so that can be moved into a chest because I have them in a chest. Whenever I get them, they're already worse than what I've already got, so I never use them. Apart from Apart from, was it the Paranoid Shield or something? Somebody had it. Yeah, I think it was a Paranoid Shield. I think on my other playthrough I used the Paranoid Shield because it was decent at the time. But yeah, I never thought of that because I always pick them up and go, oh yeah, it's not very good. Or it's not as good as what I've already was using at that time. But if you were earlier on in the game, a 53 damage Dirk would be really helpful. Right, Alara, what have you got to say?
Oh look, the kitten is back. Do we have business?
I guess so. More Assassin's Handbook?
Oh, very good, kitten. Fenring is pleased that you're becoming so comfortable with the Assassin's Handbook. I have another task for you.
Who were those people you sent me to kill? They said some strange things.
You spoke to them? That's not how assassination is supposed to work, kitten.
Tell me about this new task.
It seems that the water shippers have some new blood. One of their members rose from relative obscurity to become their wealthiest member. His methods have been efficient and brutal. Normally something to be admired, kitten, but the water shippers cannot afford to be unstable right now. So, another vial of poison, to be distributed in the water supply of this water shipper. The act of poisoning through drink is chowmarchy. What do you say, kitten? Shall we drink a toast to his demise?
I'll take it.
Not so fast, kitten. This time you'll be needing some help. This water shipper keeps his mansion well guarded, almost impenetrable.
More impenetrable than a slaver base or a paranoid cult?
Your point is taken, but rather naive. This water shipper is wealthy. There's no easy approach to his mansion. Too well guarded. Which means stealth is the only way in. Luckily, I once again have a man on the inside. It'll be terribly exciting for all of us. But never fear, kitten. I'll be here to guide you.
I can handle it.
Then go, kitten. Show them your claws.
Goodbye. Okay, so that's the water shipper mission, which is another location that's just been put on the overland map over next to Arakeen. However, with half an hour to go, that's a stealth mission that keeps getting, every time you get discovered, you get reset. I think we'll maybe leave that till next week, because it possibly might take us longer than half an hour to do it. Maybe not, but maybe it will. We won't do that just now. Let's see. Carlos says, I was thinking about if the game became single player offline. Yeah, I don't know whether you'll be allowed to have more than one character on a server when it comes single player. I don't know. Overland map, yes. I guess you could build a base, abandon it, and then move your character to another server, I guess. That's an option. An awful lot of work to get a knife that's not that great. By the time you get those unique items, they're usually not to much use, says O-Dog. Be nice if the... I think I spoke about this the last time we played, that if they had weapon display stands, that we could mount them on our wall to as like a trophy stand. That would be cool. PG Ben says, I looked in the exchange the other day and, well, I probably will not be buying anything anytime soon. A single schematic level 5 is 200 million? What? Exchange prices seem very high, says O-Dog. Wow. Water shipper assassination was a pain in the ass. I didn't find it that bad the first time. But yeah, there's a couple of times you get discovered and you get sent back to a previous checkpoint. I think in single playing it will be like Conan. Each character is still separate. Potentially, yes. I don't know. I don't know. Right, let me go in here into the shoal. And I'll show you where that little cavern is that I got the this knife from, because you potentially get tier 5 heavy armor from there too. Right, so we'll put our radiation suit back on, because this one is in the radiation. Get in the Ornithopter and try and remember where it is. That one over there, I believe. Shaitan's Grotto. Right. Over here. Or is it? Yeah, maybe it is. I think that's this bit right here. There we go. Pointing out stuff to you. Oh, there's Shahlud. We overheated the first time, and just behind this little slope you can see there's some structures and an entrance. And we go in here. Bunch of radioactive stuff here. Keep out of that. There's jasmium you can mine in here as well. We just keep to the left down here. Grab that. Keep to the left. And we have a ruined Fremen temple, whatever they may be. Another one. But if we go round the back of this slab here, there is a little... Oh, we didn't get it. There's a little chest, and this time we've got a buoyant reaper, a moisture one, we've got infused that, take that, take that, take that. I don't want that buggy PSU. And over in this corner somewhere we've got a chest here, grab all that. Now overloaded, because I think I've got a ton, yeah. Let's drop all that scrap metal from cutting down all those doors. And then we need to get out of here. Another chest here. So this one is a good one to farm, because you get some. This is where I got that dagger from, the 100 damage dagger, and you get a nice over the radioactive water. You get a nice heavy armor set, the set that I'm using in my other playthrough right now, the Acaronian set. Unfortunately, it's a radioactive zone, so it's not a place you can log off and log back in again every 45 minutes and just farm it. Let's go south, get out to the world map again. Switched off the boost. Let's see. Bodog says, I think the single player, it will be like Conan, each character is still separate. Possibly. So that we're yet to see that. We'll see that, I guess we'll see it next month, how that's actually going to work. PG Ben says, the water shipper mission went fine for me. It was just long. I think it took the longest path. Definitely don't want to do it when we've only got 25 minutes left of the stream. In here, Odog says that's another change. They're going character centric. So instead of the server, you see your character when you want to switch. Last played character still comes up by default. Instead of the server. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So instead of picking the server and then seeing your character on it, you'll see your character automatically. And when you want to switch, last played character comes up by default. Okay, that makes sense. Odog says, just kept getting detected. Campfire Clowns, good evening everyone. Radiation, hey Max, how are you? Good to see you. So Max and the Clowns were doing the Aberration and... what was the other boss that you did? God. Valguero? The Valguero boss in Ark last night. And I was catching up with that today. And if you remember a few weeks back when I got all that abuse for being 40 minutes in the garage chatting, it was an hour and 40 minutes of prep work before you started the boss fight yesterday. At least it was some entertaining prep work. But yeah, the abuse I got for 40 minutes late, and you guys were an hour and 40. Right, put that back, put on my still suit. Put on the boots, there we go. Right, let's go down. Have I got anything to dismantle? Need to repair that Thopter. Nah, that Thopter's good. That Thopter's good for a bit. Only at what, 50%? It does look worse than it is when it shows you it's orange. Yeah, we've still got 53% left on the wings. 62%. Yeah, it's got, and there's not much I can repair because I've been repairing it and reducing it. So eventually I'm going to have to replace the. We'll have to replace the wings altogether, but eventually we'll be making a Mark V one. A bit more speed, and of course we have to make an assault. Right, do I have anything in here? Very crowded area on that server. So it's a popular location, this, in Eastern Shield Wall. So you tend to get quite a lot of bases around here. Anything to dismantle? Mauler pistol. That's it. Okay. Right, let's go drop all this stuff off. So do a F. And do I have... That's the healing stuff. So here's the miscellaneous stuff. Here's the stuff I've been collecting from the different quests. Ari's pistol, the Glutton's hook, Paranoid's Holtzman shield, and now Fade's takedown blade. That's that thing there. I may as well learn that now. Right, let's go and... Oh, I've put all my healing. Let's go and grab heal kits Mark II. Will do fine. Instead of my cutlery, let's go. Fact. Let's have a look. Assault Ornithopter, Mark V Ornithopter. So we've got everything we need for the cabin. We've got everything we need for the chassis. We've got everything we need for the cockpit. Engine needs hydraulic pistons. The generator needs military power regulators, and the tail, we've got everything we need for that, and we've got everything we need for that. So all we need to do is hydraulic pistons, and we need 7 of them, and 7 military power regulators. That sounds like a task to go and get them. There's a couple of locations that we can get them, if I can remember where they are. Where are they? The depot, Misa, Overwatch. I've forgotten where they are. It's like a... I thought they were along here. Is it the depot? It's like a Harkonnen base, So there's more down. Beast's Claw. That's the one. Beast's Claw. I'm sure. Right. Let's go and see if we can get the bits we need. I don't remember if you need if you need the wings from the merchant near the entrance to the city. Wait a minute. Where are we? Yeah, things happened. We did Rockwell on Ab and Grendel on Valguero, and had Game Labs and the Crazy Crew joining in. Yes. And apparently, Game Labs shot Cathy in the back of the head. How rude. PG Ben says, I think it's a crowded area on all the servers. It's quite crowded on the server I'm on as well. Yeah, it was crowded on the other server I play on too. Don't worry, Anger, I'll keep up the tradition of overheating when I get my first Thopter. It's probably best if I go out this way and come in from the side. You need the wings from the merchant near the entrance to the city, Arakeen Harko village. Stop reading chat. Don't remember if you need spice or not. The base near radiation. Alright, the base near radiation is the one that's in the shoal, but there is one, that one I pointed, I'm sure it's called the Beast Claw, is another one that's not in the radiation. It has the same part. That's where I farmed the parts before. Dave Hogg says, insulin and meds, good night to y'all, lovely people. Cheers Dave, thanks for popping by. Friendly fire was aiming high too. So if we go in maybe here. The purple wings, I get you. I get you. The unique wings. Seem to remember getting the schematic for that in the testing stations in the deep desert, that first row. Right, where am I? I'm ruined landing pad. I'm sure it's that one. Let's go and have a look and see if that looks like... Oh, there's a spice blow. There'll be spice over there. I'll have to start actually going for spice. But if we get the assault allows you to have a much bigger storage and a boost at the same time. So we can go and gather more at once. Yeah, that looks like it. That looks like a Harkonnen building. Oh, I just hit the button just as it overheated. I was doing well earlier on. Not sure it was already brought up, but the test live single player dropped for Dune. It did, yes. We were having a discussion earlier on, and how I was saying that other than for building, I don't think there's any reason for single player at all. I don't think other than maybe doing build videos, I don't think I'll be using single player. There's no need for it anymore. Right, so this place is pretty hard. There is heavy gunner over there. Maybe drop down to here. There is someone. Oh, you moved. Heal up. There's the heavy. Ooh! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Oh wow! That's almost dead. I'm dead. Quick revive! 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 Like I said, it's pretty tough. Heal up. Lots of setting the test version for single player for sure. Yeah, but I don't think we need it. I don't think we need it. Oh, grenade. Will this come with more server settings for the private server? I believe it will. I believe it will. Maybe not as much as the single player, but I believe it will. A lot like Conan, but the descriptions are way better. You can go in admin mode and fly around. Can you go in admin mode and fly around or do weird camera stuff? Asking for a friend, says Max. Yeah, this is Jura aluminium level for sure, yes. And I don't even have aluminium level armor on here. Right. That's one down. That's it. Drop your shield. Shoot me, shoot me. Heal up. Odo says he hasn't tested that. I think it will, Max, but can't be sure. Can't remember what's been said so far, says Game Labs. Come on, go down. Ooh, you're critically injured. I really don't have the armor for being in here. Need to get that Sentinel armor or whatever it was that I got the pieces for. Will that reach? Does reach. And he's down. Okay. I weakened him. Right. Another heal up. Don't think I can get over there, can I? Oh, I did hit him. Come on, you're poisoned. That's too far away then. Got him. Right. Oh, here he comes, here he comes. And stab, take you out. Right, I want to try and clear the area before we go looting, or I'll get ganked. Right, a couple of people in here. Oh, and one of them is a heavy. Drop that. Get him shooting. Get his shield down. There we go. I'm sure I saw another gunner floating about in there. Let's start looting. So there's one hydraulic and 14 military power regulators. So that's all the military power regulators I need. I just need more hydraulic rams. Grenade, grenade, grenade. Okay. Ugh. Take you out. There's another 4 rams, so that's us up to 5. Just need 2 more. Did I get the one out here? Yes, I did. I think we've now got all the mobs. Big chest here. 19 rams and 5 more regulators. There's the intel. Get that. Another chest here. Oh, is there a key? Yes, there is a red key here. Go down into this bit. There's the room that we needed the key for, and we get long shot. Aluminium. It does 209 damage per shot compared to our 128. So, yes, please do the aluminium sniper rifle. Take some water. That was worth coming for that alone. Right, there's another chest here. So we got 56 hydraulic regulators and 27 power, or hydraulic rams and 27 power regulators. So that's us. Let's get out of here. There is a special chest in there. There is indeed. Right, where did we get to? Where did we get to? Couldn't do admin stuff. Do the aluminium level, max. Can't remember what's said so far. Our dog hasn't tested it yet. We know down but not out feels for Conan followers. Yes, it's pretty much a similar system. So you go down on one knee, and you can revive yourself as long as they don't kill you while you're being revived. Heavy's a pain in the ass, especially when you're undergeared. Yes, but the Sentinel does the job. That, and once they drop their shield, and you can get the snipers into their head. I heard they're planning another combat rebalance and a rebalance on the Overland Labs. Okay. How can you do a rebalance of the Overland Labs when they are tiered? Interesting. The test version has some lab changes. Level 20 labs are easier, with level 30 being the difficult of the level 20s now, according to the notes. Okay. Easier to get a slight higher gear from those labs then. Kathy Ann says, was that the Scottish word for the weak? Ganked? No, ganked. Gank's a standard gaming term, especially in the PvP world. When you get attacked in PvP, you're getting ganked. O-Dog says, lots of other changes as well. I'll have to read the notes. I will have to read the notes. I know that ganked is specifically... Don't know that ganked is specifically Scottish. No, it is not. No. PG Ben says, the lab changes sounds good. I have always thought they scale too fast. Then again, maybe I'm just not good enough. I thought they were... I didn't like the idea of doing that, because you're grinding out the labs to get the better weapon, but doing the grinding reduces the durability of your current weapon, and then it's just RNG whether you get the weapon you're looking for anyway. So you can wear out your weapon trying to get the next highest level one. Not heard that word before, really. Yeah, when I first heard of ganking in playing WoW many years ago. Nice upgrade. It is indeed, yes, it's a very nice upgrade. Special chest in there. There is. Long shot is aluminium, not Dura aluminium. Oh. Why did I read that as Dura aluminium? But yes, it's aluminium. You're correct. You're completely correct. But it's still almost twice the damage of my current assassin's rifle. I think you need a bigger vehicle crafting station. No, not for this one. You can still make the... because I've never made the bigger crafting station. In fact, I don't even think I have built a crafting station. Right, go west, my friend. There we go. Not a big gamer, never have been. Ganked is particularly considered a cheap, unhonourable PvP kill. There you go. Thanks, Hobo. Game over says it's weird. It's aluminium because you got schematic. You got schematic in shoal. It's not in the shoal. It's... Oh, I need to get back into the real map. It's just north of the shoal. There are other bases like that one in the shoal. Carolyn says, I avoid PvP like the plague. I've never heard the term either. I avoid PvP like the plague also. I had some particularly upsetting times getting ganked by rogues in WoW. And I also tried to play Ark on a PvP server at one point in time and had a horrible time on there too. So ever since then I went, no, I don't. I've got limited amount of time that I've got when I get home from work and whatever. I've only got a small amount of time for gaming, and I can't spend that time just getting killed by people in PvP and not being able to actually enjoy my game. So yeah, I totally avoid PvP in all its forms as of now. DC Western doesn't play PvP either. Bigger station is needed for the tier 6. I built one specifically to make the tier 6 buggy cut array for DD mats. Yes, so it's just a tier 5 that we're building. That cool base is still there with the Atreides logo on it. As we pointed out earlier, this one here that kind of, I think people were mentioning it looked like a Jawa sandcrawler. It one is slowly decaying with every sandstorm. Right, let's land in here. Ranking was the reason I gave up on Elite Dangerous at 6 badges. Ooh, I never encountered PvP in Elite Dangerous at all. It wasn't the show base got you. No, let me bring that up again. So it's... What's it called? The Beast's Claw. So you can see it's just in Misa Tiril. Here it's the most southern base in Misa Tiril, and the show's just down here. But there are other Edge of Akara. I think that's an Atreides one. But it also has military power regulators, and I think there is another somewhere in there that I maybe just haven't got on the mark yet. Oh, Harkonnen Camp, Limbo, Lust. These are caves, though. Yeah, I'm sure there is a Harkonnen one in here as well, but never mind. Never mind, we've got the pieces that we need. But we don't actually have... We don't have a vehicle fabricator. Inventory. Let's go learn that. Get that crafting if we can. Oh, I haven't got aluminium. We need more aluminium. I'm going to have to go and farm aluminium. Damn it. Right, let me get this and put it here, and then go here. No, that's healing. Here. Here. There we go. Fabricators. Vehicle fabricator. Hugo Fernando, thank you for the sub. Let's stick that there. And oh, I need to learn it. We need to learn it. Vehicles. Assault Ornithopter. We also need Assault Ornithopter rocket launcher. Nope. Assault Ornithopter storage Mark 5. We need that. Much bigger storage than the Mark 4. And a thruster. Okay. Right, now we can go here and we can go right. We're going to need... We need a chassis first. But this is going to take too long. So I'll have to go and farm some aluminium throughout the week so I can make this armor and weapons that we've got. I've used all my aluminium and turned it into Dura aluminium. So I'll have to farm some of that, and I'll get those pieces crafted up, and we can build that next week as well. So let's see, let me see, we have a quick catch up with chat. Gamer Hobo says, I gave up Elite Dangerous because the on-planet stuff was so poorly optimized. I would probably run great now on my current machine. I didn't even play it when they did the on-planet stuff. I'd finished by that point in time. DC Weston says, a quick PvP from World of Warships, the other WoW. O-Dog says, watch PvP for Ark and Conan. Definitely don't want to play those. Wonder where the Fief console is. Once that goes away, you can loot the base. It's in the middle of the base. I had a look earlier on today. It's still there, but you just can't interact it. Major Dan says, one and only PvP experience was on Rust. I played because my grandson, 11 at the time, wanted to play with me. Once was enough. I gave up on the game shortly. Rust was famous for being very toxic. O-Dog says, is the Anger Dune server active? Would love to play on a server with an active guild at some point. I wouldn't call it active. There are people playing on it every now and again. A lot of people who are in this chat have got characters on there, but I wouldn't say it's particularly active. But as with most things, if you were on the server and you reach out in Discord, people will come and play with you. Kathy says, thanks for the great stream. So glad Mrs. Anger is home and on the mend. Most relieved. Thank you very much, Kathy. Thank you. David Sanchez, anyone have carrier materials they can drop me in game? Afraid not. Obviously you'd have to be on your server in order to do that. Kathy Ann Manick says, thanks chat, hope everyone stays safe and heals or feels better soon. Thanks for the stream, great stream. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you. Oh, Assault Omni, yes indeed. Thanks for the chill stream. Good night, everyone. It's 6. Good to finally catch a stream again and see all lovely people. Yeah, it's great to be actually back streaming again after having 2 weeks off with the missus in hospital. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining us tonight again. Great to see you all here. Thanks for everybody, in particular in chat. It's wonderful to hear you all chatting away. All the people lurking in the background, it's all good. Thank you for being here too. Everyone, have a great what's left of your weekend. Have a great week going forward. And we'll see you back here next Sunday for some more fun and games. Thanks all. Good night.